Where's the rose? What? The rose, where is it?
Oh,
Oh, that's a rose?
well, it's been in my pocket all day.
Let me have it.
Oh, no!
Oh, you've come this far, go the rest of the way.
No! And thank you, Vladislav, I really appreciate this.
Wait, you're not even gonna look at her? You look.
Yeah.
Looks good.
She's old. She's old and ugly and toothless, isn't she?
Well, I wouldn't say
Well, there
that.
must be something terribly wrong with her.
Why?
I can see it in your face.
Oh, well, the fact is she's a very attractive girl.
She is?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I think so.
Well, of course, that's a matter of personal taste. Now, let me see. Who does she look like?
Some film star?
No. More than anyone, I'd say she looks like someone from the shop. From our shop. You know who she looks like? Miss Balish. She looks very much like her.
Miss Balish, Miss Amalia Balish. Ugh, I thought you said she was attractive.
Well, I think so, but you don't like Miss Balish, you're certainly not going to like this girl.
They're that similar?
See for yourself. You're just going to leave her there?
Well, what do you think I should do, Ladislav? You think I should tell her that I'm the one who's been writing her all those letters? She made me the laughingstock of the city!
How? She wrote some too. Dear friend, I took you out of the box, I cut you open, and so forth.
It's impossible, Ladislav. She couldn't have written those letters.
Well, you think it's just a coincidence? She just happens to like this cafe. She just happens to be reading Anna Karenina. She just happens to be using a rose as a bookmark in December.
But it's Miss Balish. I can't be in love with Miss Balish.
Well, how do you know until you try?
I know her. There has got to be a mistake here, Ladislav. There's just got to be.
Then talk to her and find out.
Oh, she can't be, dear friend. She just can't be, can't she? Miss Balish.
Mr. Nowack, what are you doing here?
Oh, celebrating? What about you?
I'm waiting for someone.
Oh, anybody in particular?
Of course. What kind of girl do you think I am? Oh, never mind, Mr. Nowack. I know.
Do you mind if I sit down?
No, I'm afraid you cannot.
Oh, well, you won't help me celebrate?
I can't.
My freedom, Miss Balish? You won't help me celebrate my freedom? After all, just think of it. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and I can sleep in as late as I like. You won't have just one small drink with me?
Mr. Nowack, I can't.
One quick little farewell drink?
Well, it's very small and very quick.
Ah, thank you, Miss Balish. Here is to Marichek's Perfumery, and to all of its employees, and to all of its former employees, and to all of its customers.
And that covers everything! are you spying on me?
What?
Did you come here to make sure that I really have a date, that I wasn't just making up an
Oh.
excuse not to work tonight?
Who would I be spying for, Miss Ballard?
Mr.
Marriage?
Nowack, if you do not leave this table immediately, I'm going to have to call the waiter!
Yes, ma'am.
No! There you
May I
are.
put a word in? The Café Imperial is a rendezvous for lovers. Look around you. We try to preserve a romantic atmosphere, and I find it very difficult, madam, when you and your husband insist on fighting right in the middle of it. Can't you argue at home?
This is not my husband. This is a business associate.
Yes. Well, talk business. Someplace else!
You say you're waiting for somebody here. Is it somebody you've known very long?
Mr. Nowack, will you leave?
I just don't think that it's right for a fellow to leave a girl waiting all alone in a public place.
Mr. Nowack, will you please leave?
Even if he is an old friend? A dear friend?
I do not wish to discuss it with you, Mr. Nowack.
Miss Ballard, what is the name of that tune? My mother sang it to me when I was a baby, but
So did mine.
Miss Ballard, do you realize we've just found something in common at one point in time? We were both infants.
Yes. But I grew up.
I think it's called the Tango Tragique.
What if he's already been here and seen us together and gone? I'll never forgive you.
What's this?
You put that back!
Anna Karenina?
Yes, it's a book! By Leo Tolstoy, a Russian. Now will you please put it back?
What is this
That's
for?
none of your business.
Miss Balish, is it possible you've never even met this man?
That's ridiculous.
Of course it is. And yet, of course, there are some girls and some men, too, who set up appointments with strangers. And sometimes it goes very well. And then again, on the other hand, sometimes it goes not so well. I seem to recall a girl I once knew. She was writing to somebody through a Lonely Hearts Club. Well, they corresponded for some time, and then they decided to meet. I seem to remember she was to have a rose in the book on the table there in front of her, and he was to have the same flower in his lapel. And they did recognize each other, I guess. The next day, the police found her left leg floating in the Danube. And you know, they never did find the rest of her. Or her book.
At the count of 5, I'll scream. So you'd better go and soon. 1.
I just want to talk to you.
Don't forget I've had some wine and nothing to eat since noon. 2.
Wallace, are you intoxicated?
Dante once described all the depths of hell. If I have my way, you will know them well. 3.
Miss Wallace?
You are easily the most insensitive man alive.
I'm surprised at
I'm
you.
sorry, but I'm fighting for my life. 4, 4.5. Will you go? Then 5.
Are you trying to ruin me, lady? I want you. Get out. That's it. Get out.
Wait a minute.
You too. Get out. Screaming like lunatics. That's all. Get out.
How dare you speak to a lady that way?
Well, ladies don't scream in cafes.
Well, I'm afraid you don't quite understand. You see, there was a fly in the wine. What? I said there was a fly in the wine!
Where is it? Show it to me.
Oh, no. No, I'm afraid that is quite impossible. The lady here swallowed it.
She swallowed it?
Wouldn't you scream?
Oh, good God.
Waiter! Waiter!
Mr. Nowack, no matter how much you despise me, or how unhappy you are, haven't you had enough revenge? I don't understand you.
you was polished. You've never listened to me. You've never really looked at me.
How wrong you are, Mr. Nowack. I'm looking at you right now. Shall I tell you what I see? A smug, pompous, petty tyrant, very sure of himself and very ambitious, but I see him 10 years from now, selling shampoo. And 20 years from now, still selling shampoo. And 30 years from now, still selling shampoo, because basically, do you know what he is? Just a not very bright, not very handsome, not very young man with balding hair and the personality of a python. Mr. Nowack, I didn't mean all those things. Mr. Nowack, please, Mr. Nowack.
Don't call him. He'll come back. It's almost closing time.
Already? But I'm still waiting for someone. He'll have a rose in his lapel, and
To match the one in your book? How late is he?
over 2 hours.
You're a very patient young lady.
I've waited for him all my life. What's 2 hours?
This one's on the house for luck.
Thank you. You know, this is a very nice cafe.
Well, try. Preserve a romantic atmosphere.
The flowers, the linen, the crystal I see were carefully chosen for people like me. The silver, the gleam, and the candles aglow. Your favorite songs on request. Each colorful touch in the finest of taste. And notice how subtly the tables are spaced. The music is muted, the lighting is low. No wonder I feel so depressed. Charming, romantic, the perfect cafe. Then, as if it isn't bad enough, a violin starts to play. Candles and wine, tables for two. But where are you, dear friend? Couples go past me. I see how they look. So discreetly sympathetic when they see the rose and the book. I make believe nothing is wrong. How long can I pretend? Please make it right. Don't break my heart. Don't let it end, dear friend.
We're closing up.
So soon?
Looks like your friend didn't get here.
I'm sure there's a very good reason.
Then he'll write to you and you can patch it up. And I hope you'll be very happy.
Thank you. May I ask you something? You've seen so many of these cases. Does it ever happen that the girl is here and the young man arrives and looks at her secretly and just goes away? Does that ever happen?
Sometimes, and sometimes she looks at him and she goes away.
How heartbreaking that must be.
You don't have to worry. You're a nice, presentable girl. Not a beauty contest winner, but you should see some of the others.